Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome back to Terminus Zombie Survivors. This is our domination run, and in this one we're going to be doing the flag ending. We're going to be doing the 100-day achievement at the same time, and we're also going to take over the world. So we're going to be fighting every fortified house, every survivor, every starving elder, every pickpocket, every bandit we find. We've got to kill them all. So we are coming towards the end of this run. One way or another it is going to finish. So let's get into the game. So I am going to be doing a night cycle on Remington at the moment. There is some zombies on the map. We can see one up at the top here. There's two at the top there. But we did clear everything off. We are on a fortified house location at the moment. And I will be dropping a flag here before we leave in the morning. But at the night, we're just doing some reading at the moment. We don't have a lot of books on us or World of Crafting as well. Probably go around, break all the benches down and stuff like that. Our character is really, really good. We've got 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 4 and 3 out of 3 on most skills. We're currently learning Familiar Hunger, so we'll get the 5 out of 5 on that. And the only skills we haven't got to is like Pathfinder, because we're using the fire truck or we're using a car. That doesn't take effect because it's only when you're zoning in and out of zones. Now, why are we using a fire truck? Well, one, it has the best inventory storage that I've found in the game. And two, we've just never done a run trying to run with a fire truck. We have a lot of food, a lot of water to finish the run off, but we're still going to explore. We are trying to get a 5 out of 5 stack character if we can. We just need one more elf book and one more strength book. As of yet, we've not had any luck finding those. So let me go for the night cycle and do some readings, crafting. And if anything happens, I'll bring you back. But if not, I'll bring you back when it's light in the morning. Okay, I'm just bringing you back. It's 11 o'clock at night. And we have finished the Familiar Hunger book. So now we're 5 out of 5 on that skill. So that can be dropped. So all I'm going to do is for the rest of the night is just repair some gear and do some crafting. We could do doing some eating. So we're low enough to eat that now, and we will be eating those when our citation goes down a bit. So yeah, bring you back in the morning unless something happens. Okay, welcome back. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It is nice and bright. We have got some AP, but not as much as I wanted. And we did manage to repair all our gear back up to 100%. All our bags are 100%. And we managed to make another 6 flags as well. So we probably need about 7-8 more flags. So all we have got left to do is this little patch down here. And currently we're doing this little patch at the top up here. So we're aiming to try and get these 3 around the dangerous zone. And get back to the gas station. And then make another trip back to the gas station. Probably another trip. So I am going to... Actually, I think I can get to the fire truck. 3.2 to the fire truck. There's nobody around me, so that's fine. We can drop our flag down. And let's dump all the stuff away from our looting run the previous night. Okay, welcome back. We've sorted out the truck. I have decided I am going to do some cooking. It's just a good way of getting morale back. Now, we have dropped our flag down. So let's start a fire. I'm just going to be doing that best meal, which is the army base stew. So the one at the top there, really good recipe. If you ever come across kandam and ramen, try and save them, because this is a fantastic meal. We'll chuck all the stuff with low durability in. And because we're chucking a load of vegetables, we get a load of morale. We could just put a... I just want to double check on that. So we can get in 19 morale from that. If I take a potato out and put a salt in, we can gain a lot less. So the salt and pepper isn't very good if you've got the vegetarian trait. So yeah, that's a good enough meal. So we've got 9 meals at 6.5. And each one of those meals are giving us 2.1 morale. I give us the leg strike book and the intuition books. We will just get the intuition out the way and then I'll do leg strike. Neither one of them are really any good to this run. But at this point, I'm just reading books just to get as much skills as I can. See if we can get the character fully kitted out. And that's all the stuff down there. So we are free to leave the tile now. We've got our flag down. We might need to... No, the truck's been fueled up, so that's a lot. And what have we got in the car? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 something down there. So we've got plenty of fuel to go wherever we want. Yep, we've got enough. We'll go to the furthest house and then work our way back. I just wanted to get to that library just to see if we could get lucky with the books. So immediately we've got the dangerous zone right by us here, and we've got 3 zombies on the tile to take out. We've got one just north of the truck. We've got another one outside the building here. We've got 2 inside the building there, and these 2 look like them outside the building. And also you can see we've got a car. So first things first, let's clear the ones right next to us. So the dagger will do on the very lowest ones. You would need 9, so that is going to be an axe. While I'm next to the fire truck, let's remember to grab that other axe out. Because this one's about to break. Just make sure the durability is good on my hammer and stuff. Fighting knife, crafting book. I will pop back there later, maybe. He's my next priority to take out. And it's a good job I did look because he had great movement. You down here can't get to me. And you can't get to me. What about the top one? So I'm happy to just stop here for this turn. Now there is somebody in the building. It looks like another survivor. And it looks like he has attracted all the attention of the zombies this turn. We could go and take out the police officer. I think I just want to come up here. And again, if I'd have took the siphon, I might have been able to get some fuel out of the car. We'll switch to a dagger for you. And what are you? Decayed. So I need to be on that square, so I need to save 2.1. So let's have a look. It's got a little bit of fuel in there. And what items have you got? Energy drink, that's a good one. And neither of those I'm going to need. Because I want to get round visibility of this guy up here, I'm going to go as far as I can to still be able to hit this guy. Unfortunately, I didn't get the visibility I wanted. And there's nothing on there I need. We could just go and collect the bone glue. Just so I had visibility here. Got 4.5 left, so we do need to pay attention. He's only got 1 movement. He's got a lot more, so he's the priority to take out. And I need a minimum of 5.1, which isn't that fighting knife, because it's a weak fighting knife. You do have damage variants of all weapons. So if you look at that knife there, it does a base damage of 1.4 to 1.7. And you can get some knives that can do over 2 damage. So not every knife is the same. The durability doesn't affect the damage it does. That's just how much condition loss you lose on them. So I'm happy to stop here. And we can see the loot pile, so we know the survivor has gone. And also that does mean we've got a load of zombies in that one room, so it's an easy takeout. You can switch to a knife for you. Okay, where do I want to get? I just want to go to this corner to get visibility. Okay, so I can't see anybody immediately. And you're going to move up to the window next turn. Going to get 12. I think I'll move up to the window. So again, he can't go any further than the window. And I'm not going to lose any AP. What was that food? 6.5, so I need to wait till I get 23.5 before I start using it. And because we've got the bonus on there with the morale, even when it goes stale and the top morale figure goes away, the second morale will still be there because it's a vegetarian meal. So we can still eat stale food without getting negative morale a lot of the time. And let's just use the lock pickup. 6 damage, so that's going to probably be spear. Now you're in a different room, and then this room will have quite a bit as well. So I'm okay to leave the room I'm in. None of that we're going to need. And none of that I'm going to need. Let's go to the furthest one first. We'll just pick it up because we'll end up using it. And none of that I need as well because we've got it all in the fire truck already. The door does have quite a bit of health on, so I'm happy to stand by the door. We get 12 next turn, so we'll be on 17.8. Just keep the water topped up. There's no need to let it drop. Unless I want to use the energy drink. So I might let it drop down to about 8 before I do anything with it. But we've got enough AP to go and fight the people in here. We know there's one there because you can hear the little red sound marker. We know there's one over here. And we can see you there. Now you do have a lot of range. So I am tempted to come to this spot, go out the window and make sure we take this guy out. And it puts us right next to this other tough one. And again, that axe only had 3.5 on there. With it, we only lost 2.8 durability because of all the clean attacks we've got stacked up. Can this to 7.6? Not guaranteed, so we'll just do the axe. And ammunition, I don't need to collect it. We've got over 600 bullets at the moment. And we're not going to be stopping here, so I don't need to worry about closing the windows and fixing windows. Don't need any of that. Potent vitamins I will collect. Need to pay attention to you, so I was going to move onto that square. Actually, we can, because then we can go up to the door. Always good looting the survivors. I'll collect that because I don't know. We've got enough of those already. Axes I'll always take because we've got very good proficiency with them. And I'm only going to take gear if it's very high condition. So this guy could get to me on this turn, so I'm just going to back off one. And now he can't. And then we do know there's one in this room, is he? Yep, one in the middle there. There's a metal sheet there. We'll pick it up. We can just chuck it in the fire truck in case we need it. And let's go there so we can uncover all this. That's possibly... Yep, machete will take out 5.8. Not going out the way for the food now. That is very high, but all denims are very high. We'll take the hammer and compare it against ours. So 34 medium, 80 low. I'll just get rid of the low one. Definitely take the canned meal. And a lantern that can be used 3 times. That's the best light source I've found in the game. But in this run, we have found 2 new items we never found in the previous 100 odd hours of gameplay. So I won't always say that that's the best. It's the best I know of. So let's get some AP before we go back to the truck. Because I've got a feeling we're going to have to take out that zombie. And I didn't know exactly where he was. And the reason we've got to take out the zombies is because we've got to drop a flag, and you can't drop a flag if you can see a zombie. We're pretty good to leave this tile. There's nothing down there I need to go. I'll just go up to my truck there. I do want to fill it up before we continue. Okay, we've just filled up the truck. And I've also moved the fuel out of the smaller gas cans into the truck as well. I think I can get that other one in as well. Just easier to keep track when they're all in the bigger containers. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 more fuel and 64 in the vehicle. We've also sorted out our inventory and we're ready to leave and drive to the next zone. So we are coming up to night and this is next to a dangerous place, this gun shop. So we could have a big fight on our hands. So again, another survivor, and I think again, the white t-shirts, I think he's the driver, the white t-shirt one with the ginger hair. I'm pretty certain he's the driver. So there's one zombie down here and one right behind me. So let's take the one behind me out. Okay, so what else have I got? I've got one right in the corner. I've got another 3 there, 2 in the building, 1 outside. I've got another one in the building there. And I've got a couple up the top. Those will be outside the building as well. So I would like to go around outside the building to uncover all the dark spaces. You can't get to me, so I'm not too worried about you. So if I just move over here, it gives me some visibility. I'm happy with that for this turn, and then we'll get some AP back. And next turn we can eat. Okay, it is going to get dark in an hour, but we do have a tremendous amount of visibility on this character. We are going to eat the food. That will give us some morale back, which is good. Top up our water. And let's go up to the next corner so I'll get visibility around there. Okay, so we've got 2 zombies there. I'm just going to stand in the middle of them. And there's no more outside up here. Can 6.2, not guaranteed. Let's move up to the next weapon. And again, even though I've got lots of weapons, I still want to do everything as efficient as possible. And we do want to stop off of there because energy drinks are free AP. We've got 8.7. I think I'm going to go on that corner just to get visibility down here. But I sort of planned of backing up anyway. So we'll back up to that square there. And then we'll probably end up using a torch. So there's 2 down here. 1 outside the building, 1 inside. And there's 1 up in the building here. So it's not actually that bad at the moment. And we still have the survivor about, which is doing a lot of fighting inside as well. So right now that's without a torch. That's the visibility I get because of we have got cat's eyes at 404. So again, you do have a good amount of visibility and it does allow you to do more fighting. So cat's eyes, never underestimate that one. A very good skill. Because at some point in the game, you are going to be doing night fighting and you can't do anything to stop it. Bones, ammunition, rags. I don't need to stop for any of that. So we know there's a person here and there's a zombie here and a zombie here. And we know there's one outside the building there. So I think I'm coming into this room. That might be a separate room. It's hard to tell. Let's switch to the screen so I can see my AP. So I've got 10 AP. That's fine. There's no door into there, so there must be a door around the bottom here. So we are fairly safe in this room where we are. You can't take that out, but a machete should be able to. And we still want to loot everything. Like I said, I desperately want to try and find those books. We'll take some extra attachments because we have been using some down. Always take batteries and I don't need the radio. We do need to uncover that square. Ah, that looks like the way out of the zone. So in that case, I'm going to get some AP before I do anything else. And I'm going to cover up this window. Not repair it, just cover it. We'll come and check these 2 units here. And again, we are in a gun shop, so you do expect to find ammunition, guns, and attachments. We don't have a lot of AP, so I'm just going to get some back. That survivor is taking out a lot of the people, but unfortunately, we are going to have to take the survivor out. I think there's just that one zombie there. Ah, there's 3 that's zoned in by the fire truck here. Now, I'm going to move up to the door. We'll search this on this turn, so we got our gloves on us. These will break, but that's fine. We've got more in the truck. And another firefighter suit. We found quite a few of those. We've never found in any run previous to this. And they are pretty good. They're very encumbering. So it does give you a lot of temperature. So one of these, I think it goes up to 3 temperature when it's at maximum. That goes to 2.5. This is 4.7 and it's not even 100%, but you cannot repair it. But the encumbrance on here is 8, where the encumbrance on these are 2. So I could wear 4 jackets, which would give me about 12 temperature compared to the 4.7 on there. It does give me some defense, but each one of these gives me defense. So again, if I'm using 4 of these, which is 5.6 defense, it's still better defense. So there's no way in the world that that's going to be any better than any of these, which is a shame. Doesn't say it gives any other bonuses, so yeah, it's a nice one to pick up because we've never seen them. Now we are going to get waste 4 AP, so I'm just waiting one more turn before going to there because we know there's them zombies there, and I want to see if they fight with the survivor because there's another zombie here as well. So there's 4 in them locations, and we know the survivor's somewhere around here. So yeah, we'll spend 4 AP on a book. So we're going to be doing the attrition first. Just top up my water. Do I need to take... Well, we've got lots of cigarettes, so we just take one of these for morale and dump the lighters what we finish with. We don't need to refill them with gas when we've got so many of them. So now we're at 20 AP. And I feel confident to come in here and do this fight. So we know there's 4 around here still. They've spread out a little bit. We know there's one over there. And there's one down the corner. Now I'm trying to figure out which is the best way to get to this fight. Probably going on there for the door and take one. Or I could go to the window, take out the centre, and then I could take them too. But I've still got to move for this. So we will take this one. We will deal with the survivor in a bit. Because in this run we will be killing everyone. So I do have 3 in sight, so I can probably use the gun if I need to. And that would save me AP to get over to this guy. So yeah, we'll just switch over to the gun. Just currently have the suppressor on. So it's not going to attract everybody to me. So I'm happy with that. Now we just need to eye up. So there's another one there. Nothing I really need here. Guidebooks, we've got all the locations. So let's take out you. We don't need the gun anymore. But we are starting to build up a proficiency with that gun. We're up to 9% hit chance and 9% proficiency. Now there is one down the bottom corner here. And then there's that one in the room. There's actually 2 here. But I don't have a lot of AP. So I think I need to back off. Because I don't know what the range of these 2 are. We could easily find out by putting our torch on. And I think I might do that. Well, the lantern. Okay, we still haven't got visibility. No, still not got visibility. Okay, we're backing off. I've got 2 left, so we can repair the door. That's why I was carrying a plank on me. Is there anything for bonuses in here? Doesn't look like it. Display. There might be something in that room, but there is a door to get into there. So let's see what happens to them zombies down the bottom right-hand corner. They probably did see me. So yeah, them both moving closer. But it's time to take you out, unfortunately, my friend, on this run. It would be nice if the survivors each had their own sprites, not just a regular bandit sprite. And that was a beautiful crit. Now, I could go and check that gear, but I think I want to come down here and cover the window. Rag novel we don't need. We'll go and collect the drugs. And then we'll go and see what loot they dropped us. And again, this is a great way. Killing bandits, killing pickpockets. Even if you're doing a good run, killing the bandits and pickpockets, they do drop you a load of gear. And I'm pretty certain I had everyone, but I'm still going to try them just in case. Very low, high, medium, low, nothing I need. Always take your needles, because those are the best for repairing gear. Might as well take the gun parts, but I've got each of them guns already. We'll take the ammo and check which one's better. That one's about to break, so that one can go. And we'll just take all the drugs at the moment. So I'm happy to go and loot this room. Not too bad drops. So there's somebody else zoned in on this side here. We've still got that one in that room there, which we'll hopefully take out next turn. We've got this one here, and then I think we've still got one down the bottom corner here as well. But in this case, I am going to close that door on the next turn when I get some AP. Just gives us an extra barrier and we'll stop in these two rooms. Anything underneath me I need to pick up? We'll just pick up the rag. Good for crafting. And I think with what I've been doing recently is if I use my axe on there, I save AP. But because I'm technically not searching it, I don't think my lucky person trait, because it does say find an additional item when searching. So I think it's still better for me with that lucky person trait to actually search an item before I break it down. Because I might have not found all that in here otherwise. I think I do want to break down some stuff. Give me some extra planks and stuff for repairing. Let's go back to my AP screen. And let's just have a look how many planks we got. So we've got 2 on us, so I'm okay for a bit. We've looted all that stuff. So where's everybody with zombie-wise? 1 in there, 1 close to the window. And I think there's still 1 over here, yeah. I'm going to move up to the door. The door's got 4 HP, so it's not great, so I am going to repair the door. Just so, in case this guy's a big guy, I don't want him to take the door out and take me out. And that can happen. It's happened in previous runs where we've been full health, a zombie's come up, had so many attacks it's took 2 of our units out. Okay, so 23.5, so that's going to be another 4 turns before I need to use that. But we can just drink our water. Okay, I do want to cover up that window. And I want to keep this door open because I'll probably end up stopping in this room. These just look like displays, so they're not giving us any bonuses. It is broken, so it would mean I'd have to repair it. And I did leave enough AP to take this guy out. And that looks like a lockpick, so that's nice. We'll go and pick that up. But we don't have enough AP to go and cover it this turn, so I'll wait a turn. Just see if any zombies have spotted us. Doesn't look like it because I would have been coming towards the window. Them over here at the moment. And we're too far to be able to hear who's over that side. Now, if you do have a broken window or an open window, you do get bigger range of what you can hear. So how's the door looking? The door's looking good. The window's looking okay. I would like to go and repair that window, though. Just slows down the zombies if I'm trying to get to you. Do I want to take that down? I think I do, just to get some extra planks or some metal. Fishing rods I don't need. I've got 2 in the truck, but we're never going to fish in this run. And let's pick up the other. Glass shards are good for glass knives. I don't know what else I can craft. I think some of the traps might need it as well. So we had no bonuses in here. I think I might just go and stand by that door on the next turn when I get some AP. Might be safe just to go and close that door, just in case they break into here, they've got to break through another layer. And I'm happy with that. We've got 6 hours before it's light in the morning, so I'm just going to go and read some things, repair some gear, and bring you back when the excitement starts on the following day. Okay, welcome back. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Remington did get a couple hours sleep, but not a lot. We will use the energy drink when we drop to below the 8 hydration. We can eat, so that's going to give us a bit more hydration and at least give us some morale. We do need to uncover this over this side still, and there is 2 zombies there, 1 here, 2 there, and another here. So we've got 3 down here and 2 up the top. And we do need to uncover this, so I am possibly going to have to go over that side and go out that door. Otherwise, I've got to get round here. So yeah, I think I am going to go out that side instead of the fire truck side. We do need some AP back. So that uncovers there, and if I stand outside, that will uncover this. And at least it lets me see the movement of everybody. So you can get to me if I move forward, so I'm not going to move forward. So I've currently got 12.7 coming next turn. So 21.1. Going to put 2 pages into there. We didn't do much reading. We did a load of other flags, and I repaired up my gear again, just so we don't keep taking that damage in the morning with the cold. And I'm happy to pass a turn. See where all these zombies go to, and then that will plan. Okay, so I'm going to go and stand in the middle. I can take both these out with an axe. Might be able to take that out with an assault rifle. And then we just got to uncover these squares here before we can drop our flag down. I think it's too low for that. That's fine. But a machete's fine on you. What about you? You're low enough to be killed with a knife. Weak medicine I don't need. Antidepressants might be nice to take. There is another one there. Now I could go into... I think I'm going to leave the antidepressants. We can take you out hopefully with the machete. Not quite. Spear. And can the spear take this one out as well? Brilliant. Saves AP on the moving. Weak vitamins, I think that's the ones what we are running low on, so I would like to go and collect that. Because those are the energy drugs that will save us from sleeping. I don't need to stop for that. And there is still a square over here to uncover. Drop our flag down. Top up the truck. That's fine. That's enough in there. Pass a turn, and then the next turn I'm ready to leave the zone. There is some loot on here which is good, like the beer there. That's very good. Bone up there is very good. But we have got a lot of crafting items down here. More than enough to complete this and probably another run if I wanted to. But yeah, that's fine. We can just go to the next zone, which is going to be the house. Again, next to a dangerous zone, so I expected it to be a bit busy. And it's another fortified house. I think this is the 6th. So we had a fortified house there. Second one was here. 3 was down here. I swear this is... Yeah, there's another one over here, and I think there was another one somewhere up the top here. So yeah, we've had about... I think this is going to be 7. Now, you two, I'm looking at your movement. You can only move one. You can move a little more, so I think I'm going to be doing my usual trick. Go up to the door. We're not doing any trading in this run, unfortunately. That'll be in the next run. And we're going to just attack the door with whatever's our lowest weapon. Doesn't matter what damage we do, it's just to aggro them. We have had up to 5 NPCs in at fortified houses before. So I'm going to take this guy out. Hopefully the guy that comes out the door will see them and aggro them before me. What am I getting? 12.5. So I'll just use 1 AP on the book. And as you can see, 5 people coming out with guns if they all come after me. So it, again, immediately 1 shot at me. It did nearly 7 damage. And we are bleeding. But this is why we always carry stuff on us. We are next to the truck, so we might as well grab another one out in case we get again. So give us a bandage. And I think I'm going to take a 10 HP drug. I want to be max health. Because again, 3 shots of a gun and we're dead. So if we don't aggro the zombies and we aggro these and all 5 come out the same door, we can't survive it. Unless we can dodge an attack. But as we've shown ourselves with fighting with weapons, you fight with an axe on these guys, you get about a 30-40% chance. You shoot with a gun, you can have up to a 100% chance. So again, it's very hard to dodge bullets. Now, I could kill this guy, or I could just go and move round and see who else is round. I do want to get visibility round, so I am going to go up there. Hopefully these zombies will aggro this guy and he doesn't come after me. There is 2 zombies there. I am going to move to that square. So all these can move only 1. So in that case, if I back up, none of these can get to me. And we could just go straight for the survivor. Beautiful crit. And while we're at it, we might be able to take these out. 84% chance I'm willing to take. 2/3 chance of hitting. Yep, we'll take it. So that's cleared up this area. That's 1 survivor dead. We know where the second is, and the other 3, if there's 2 or 3, will be down the bottom end. There's a load of zombies here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies there. Hopefully they've aggroed the NPCs. Now we saw a sword slash in the south. In this spot here. So we know these zombies here are fighting the survivor here. Now I do want to get visibility around the outside. I could go there, but I know there's a lot of zombies here. I could just go and fight this guy. Let's see if we've got a shot from here. 2/3 chance of hitting. I'm willing to take that risk. So now 2 of them's dead. And we know the other one's in combat with somebody. Now the window is open there, so we do have to be careful. So what I want to do is loot everything from here. Another grenade. We're getting up to close to 10 grenades now. We'll take a free axe. We'll take 3 bullets. And 3 drugs, food we'll definitely take. Hiking backpacks are very good. But apparently the tactical backpacks are a lot better. Now this does have more capacity on there. 30. This only has 25. But we are using about 25 in each bag at the moment. So wearing that won't do me any benefit. And I'm happy leaving all that stuff. Now, would be good if we could close the door. And I think I have just got enough AP to do it. And I want to come to this square. And I want to close the window. More food. More gun attachments. More bullets. And 3 free axes. With a lighter. Books, unfortunately we didn't. I'm hoping I can get the strength book or the health book here. Don't need to take the jewellery. A free repair kit is good. We are using the advanced ones, but that's 6 times I can repair something with that. And all these axes are fairly weak, so I won't be repairing any of these. The gear's no good for us. Is this window open? No, it's closed. So I'm happy to just loot this room. Fast learning we've already maxed out, so that's no use. And none of that I'm going to need. So let's build some AP up for the next turn. Let's get our hydration up. So we could take the energy drink now, which I think I am going to. Because I've got 2 on me that can get chucked. And the way we're doing at the moment, we could probably go for the rest of the game without sleeping again. Okay, so there is another survivor in the next room. We'll go and take that out. So there's 2 more still standing. There's 1 here, and we know there was a slashing attack here, so there's another one in this spot fighting these 3 zombies. Let's get visibility in here. Let's take this guy out with the assault rifle. We could take the silencer off at this point. But I do have a couple of them, so I'm okay using it. And I think we locked that guy outside. Because we closed the window, I think he's stuck out there with the zombies. So in that case, let's go looting. Let's have a look what's on the floor first. Free food. Always good. I just want to see if they're all fresh. Yeah, it's all fresh, so we will eat these first. Because it has the lowest timer on. Free drugs. Free bullets. And none of that I'm going to need. And we've got a load of novels in the car, so I don't need it. So there's nothing there I need. So I'm okay to leave it. I'm still using those maps on the off chance I've missed a zone, but I think I've unlocked all the zones now. This window is closed, so I'm okay to come to that square. Nothing I need there. And we can get some AP. So yeah, he's still alive out there. I did wonder if they could open the windows from outside. If they can, I don't know why he hasn't. Because in that situation, if you use the character, you'd open this window, come inside, close the window, and you'd have some safety. But we do know the NPCs are not the best with making tactical decisions while fighting. Especially the companions you can get. And again, you could see my previous run, which is the boat run. We did the boat ending. And we did it in, I think, just around 6 days or something. It was really fast we did it in as well. Wasn't much more than a week either way. But yeah, that if you want to see how the NPCs react with combat, you can watch that series. It does. We did give full control nearly to the NPCs most of the time. We picked up an extra pair of gloves. I just want to see how they're compared to ours. So 51 low can go. And I do like the amount of stuff you can loot in the fortified houses. And he's still alive down there. That's surprising. Do want to take them out soon. I don't think we're going to get off this tile before nightfall. And another gas can. Just helps us move even further on the next turn when we get to the gas station. Only need the thread and antibiotics. None of that's any use to me. But again, even though I'm not picking up this loot, you can see what sort of stuff you can get in a trading house if you take it over. So it can be worth the risk. As long as you've got a good rifle to be able to hit them and you've not got to go into melee combat. Because they do dodge a lot of melee combats. Each trading house is a separate entity. So if you're doing a run for the trading house, you could just trade with the one house and you're then free to destroy all the other houses if you want. because the amount of points you earn off or reputation with one doesn't transfer to another one. So I think we've done enough. We don't need to use our food and water at the moment. I'm going to stay where I am just in case he comes through the window, but I don't think he's going to. Oh, he has. And he come in and hit me. So I was going to move up to that square. If I had, then he would have been able to get a couple of attacks on me. And we still need to uncover this area, but I think all the zombies down there are all dead now. And let's see what he's left us. Water, some energy drink, some more drugs. Don't need anything there. I'll take the bullets. And I'll take the attachments, take the axe. We've got better lights. And another fuel can. So I think in most of the trading houses I've had at least 2 fuel cans drop. And we're not going to stay the night in here, so I'm happy to uncover it. There is a book there. I want to go and see what it is. It might be one we need. Unfortunately, it isn't. But it's got an energy drink. Another energy drink there, so I'm definitely going to be taking that. And I want to stand on the zone point to save other people from coming in. That's fine. I'll pass the turn. We are slowly gaining health, but if I go and drink, we can get that health back a lot faster. Now, there is a dangerous point over here, so we do have to be careful. If I can go straight to the truck. Brilliant. We should be able to drop our flag down now. Okay, apparently we are. There's one square there. I am going to wait a turn here. It does mean I'm going to go into the next cell in the dark. And our next cell is going to be... not certain. We'll fill up the truck first. We'll put all the partial cans in there just so it's easier to track our fuel. So we've got pretty much a full truck. Yeah, we've got about 45 fuel extra, so we're still up to about 110 fuel. Now, we don't need to go to the military base. I think I'm going to go to the church. How far is it to the gas station? Only 38, so we might be able to explore all these 4 and still get back to the gas station. I wasn't expecting to do all this in one run. So we're actually making better progress than I thought we was going to. And we are on day 86 coming into day 87. There's 13 days left to do the day 100 achievement. And on day 100 achievement, I do want to be taking out the police station. Now, I didn't wait for my AP, so that was dangerous. But we did have an emergency AP items if we need to. Let me put all the goods in the truck. That's what I was meant to do. Okay, welcome back. We've managed to get our gear where we wanted to. It's back at 1.1. We've topped up everything, jumped all the extra axes away. But again, we did, in these last 2 fortified houses, we're up to like 9 more axes now. Without us having to craft anything. And we are on 17% proficiency with these axes now. We've chucked all our water into the car. We've topped up our hydration as well while we was at it. Dumped all our food into the car. There is some stuff in here. 55 turns before that becomes stale, but that's fine. And 25 turns on that, but we've still got 7 mils of 6.5. Which is about 2 days' food. Without the bonuses, but we've got bonuses on there. Okay, so let's have a look at the zombies around us. So the only zombie I can see there can't get to me. There's one there which looks like it's inside the building. There's one to the south there which is possibly in the building. And it looks like it's a fairly empty map. Normally it's a lot busier than this church is. So we're going to wait for our AP to come back. I don't need to use any AP items. So there is 2, one here and one here. I'm getting spotted now and one's just zoned in. In this case, let's go to that square. Gets me visibility down here and allows me to kill this at the same time. You can't be took out with that knife, but you can. So we've still got 8.6, which isn't a massive amount of AP. I'm going to go as far as I can see, and I'm going to go to this corner just to get visibility. So again, we can't see anybody here. Those two are in the building, and the door has enough elf on for me to be fairly confident where we are. Now, I do want to keep my water topped up, because that will allow me to heal elf back without having to keep taking drugs. Okay, so there's one just zoned in at the bottom as well now. And then there's 3 in the building by the looks of it. So yeah, let's come down to this corner and put one of our lanterns on. Okay, we still can't see it, and we know he's on the zone point, so we're going to go over there. It'll give us a little bit of visibility in the building, so there's 2 on either side. Now, we could go up and fight that if we want to, but I think the safest choice is to take this guy out, which we need something stronger. So that's going to be axe. And I want to stand on that zone point. Now, if they have seen the light and they are going to come, you're inside the building, those 2 in the building, looks like there's 1 outside. So there's only 4 on the tile, so that's actually quite good. Now, you just heard a gunshot, so that means there's probably a bandit here somewhere. And we took a bit of a chance with this zombie here, and he did have movement to get right up in our face, but not enough to do an attack. So again, we are getting a little lucky, but again, some of it is strategic in the way we do it, because we've got a 40% dodge rate because we're max agility. Now, if I had have thought about it, the books we've got in this run, if we'd have been the student and we could have read every book twice, we would have been max stats by now. And that's probably the only job I can see that you're going to get max stats in a run, unless you just go and kill loads and loads of zombies over and over. So we've got 18 AP. So let's get some visibility here. So there's 1 right all the way at the top there. Let's move as far as we can see. I am going to put my torch on again. And then we can always put some batteries in to use it another couple of times. And let's go on that zone point and take you out. 7.2 is going to be axe. So the only ones are going to be inside the building now, which we think there's 2, possibly 3 inside the building. Now this is going to be the back room. This is normally where I'll sleep. So I might go and try and secure that. We would need to repair both those windows really, and possibly the door. So we're getting 12 next turn, so I've still got a bit of AP. Crafting recipe books we don't need to pick because this job has got access to every recipe in the game. Let's just stand inside for the moment. So yeah, that door is broke as I suspected, and those don't have much health on. Now, the good thing is that is blocked. So we won't be having any zombies coming in from that side. Which is his block going to the checkpoint. So that's fine. If we do want to go to the checkpoint, we'd have to clear it. But that's what you expect on a lot of runs. So in this case, do we have any planks on us? We do. Because there's a zone point here, I want to make sure that that gets covered up. There's definitely some sort of bandit. Now we can see the attacks. We know the attacks are on that square there, so that's where the bandit is. So as soon as we get to the door, we will see him. Might be good to put that lantern on again. Okay, so the nimble can't get to us. We could just let them take it out and we just repair the stuff at the back up here. We won't take any negative morale then. And I would like to put a plank on the door, but I think I've used all. So let's check this. And I don't need the tote, and then we can break that down for some planks. So I think that survivor did kill the zombie because the loot pile just appeared there. And let's reinforce that door. Have we not got an hammer anymore? Ah, forgot to pick the planks up. I do this all the time. I keep forgetting it doesn't automatically go into your inventory. Would be nice if they did that. And we don't have much left, so I'm going to wait until next turn to get nearly full AP before I go in there to that fight. And again, in this run, we are taking out all survivors. Probably won't do a run like this for a long time. Doesn't have a maximum, but we've got an 85% chance to hit with this gun because of all the attachments we've got. And while I'm right next to the broken door, let's fix it. Do I want to put the lantern on again? I think I will. Just to see what loot's on the floor. Some planks, chocolate rags. We will go and loot the survivor because they do have some good loot on normally. Energy drinks are very good for us. Saves us sleeping. MREs are good. We leave the rotten stuff. An extra fighting knife. I'm going to send that poor knife away because it does too little damage. And another gas can. Very nice. Fortunately, no crafting books we need. And we'll grab some more gun parts. I'm happy leaving all that there. Now, actually, I did forget. I do want to loot this because these do have a good chance of items. I might go and loot all the benches like I did in the last one because we did get some good things. And also, you can tell when it's the zombie's turn how fast the zombie's turn is, depending on how many zombies are on the map. So it's a good idea to sort of see if you've cleared everything or not. So I think there's one I've just seen over here. Yeah, there's another one just zoned in. But that's the only one I'm getting notification of, so that's alright. Let's go and check these bookcases. We'll check that machete against the one we've got. We'll dump the very low one, keep the medium, so it's a little more damage. And we haven't checked this cabinet, so let's just search it. We're waiting for our hydration to drop down before we use the energy drinks. If they do get too low, we'll use some drugs just to boost it. And actually, I might just use one weak one. Morale is dropping down a bit, even though we've just got some from that meal. So we might as well make use of the cigarettes we've got. And I think I am happy to come into here and start looting this. But let's get some AP back first. We can just cover up the windows as well. I think the south is more where I want to cover the windows because nobody's going to zone for that point. And there's a cigarette back. And we can break down all these for wood as well if we want to. Fresh cheese, very nice. Wooden bat's no use for me. It's not a bad weapon at the start of the game, but once you start getting proficiency in other weapons, it's not worth it. Shovels, we've got 2 in the car, so I don't need any more, so let's get some AP. Go to the furthest one, and then we'll work our way back. Fresh bread, very nice. Free crafting, and we'll take the wood from underneath. And we do need to make sure that waters are actually been waiting for the hydration. I'm going to take one of those because I just want my health to get replenished. At the moment, it's still not going up to max. So we're gaining 0.9. So that in a couple of 2-3 turns, that'll be full now. Okay, we've done everything in there. Let's come down the south and cover that window. I don't need to fix it. So there is a guy there. So I should have paid attention. We are going to have to take those out because they did see us. Not enough AP, but that's fine. That's why we carry these drinks with us. And I am going to stand on that square again to stop anybody zoning. The top they can't zone through because the debris, so the only one that can zone through is the one on the left-hand side. Just for this one turn. Don't need to worry about closing the window because it's broken anyway. And I don't need to repair every window we see. Okay, unfortunately we've got 4 of 4 already, so that's no use to us. But again, as you see, you can find books in these. And some of these where I'm only finding the one part, that's because of our trait Lucky Person, where a lot of the time you check these, you'll find nothing. I should have really covered that window up, but never mind. And we need AP to do more stuff. Let's go to the furthest. And we need to uncover that dark square up there anyway. Fresh coffee, very nice. That's a good way of getting morale back. But we've got a lot of good ways. So the ways I'm carrying on me to get it. Cigarettes is 6 morale. I can use the MP3. That's going to be 2 morale. And we've got drugs for morale. And we've got food for morale as well. So we've got a lot of options. Low, so it's no use to us. And some fresh milk. Very nice. The Bible as well. If in the church location, it will give you 2 morale for 1 AP spent. And it will never wear down like a novel. So if you're in a church, always use your Bible over your novels. And we've uncovered everything except for 1 square at the top. So I do think I want to go back into the back room. We've looted everything out here. And I'm okay with the stuff stopping on the windows. Now, we did see a couple of more come through. So there's 2 on the zone point. And I think there was 1 down here I saw when I was going past, but I'm not certain. Well, that's good. We've got a couple hours to morning, so let me just do a little bit of repairing, and I'll bring you back. Okay, welcome back. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I did look on the map of how many flags we need. So we need 4 over this side here, and I'm going to drop 1 at that fortified house I missed earlier. But that's already been explored. All we've got to do is zone in, drop the flag, and come back. So there's 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and the one we've got. So 11 flags I think we need to complete the run. Now, I did craft up a couple of more flags last night, so I've got 3 on me, and then I need to check what's in the vehicle. So we just need another 8. Hopefully 8's in the vehicle. I don't think I've got enough yet, but we nearly got to the point where I don't need to craft flags. So it is going to be light on the next day. I'm not hearing anybody in this side, but again, because of the blockage there, I'm not expecting to. So I want to come and uncover this dark square tonight and see if we can drop our flag down. Then we can just come back down to this zone point, which is the least. Okay, so we've just checked the vehicle. We've got 7. So as long as my calculations work out, we only need to craft 1 more. And if we need to, we can always craft 1 later. So yeah, 1 more flag, that's nice. That'll save us having to spend so much AP on the night on it. And before we move off the tile, those cans we just picked up, we'll chuck in the car. Refuel it. And what's in the truck? I could put another 2 in there. So we've got what? Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got another 35 fuel and 60. So we've got about 100 fuel. Did we drop the flag? We did. We've got 10 AP, so that's more than enough to move on. And let's go to the next tile, which is an house. And again, we've got some zombies around us. You can only move one. You can move a lot more, so we'll take you out as a priority. There's a lot in the house. 1, 2, 3 here. That's probably outside. Those two are definitely inside. There's a couple of more here. Those are inside the house. And then there's one outside the house up here. Could be a lot worse. We're very late in the game. Day 87 at the moment. And I could do with topping up my fire axe because that's about to break. So I am going to go on to the zone point. And we'll grab the second fire axe. So he can come up to my face and then we can take him out. And then we can move down the left-hand side and see what trouble's down that side. So let's go onto that square so we can get down. Okay, you're at a diagonal, so let's just take you out with the spear. There's one in the building there, but it can only move one. I've still got 7 to react from this spot. So you can't get to me, so again, perfectly timed. And if I needed to, I could have backed up quite all the way back up to the fire truck. I could have even gone back to the zone point. Oh, it's not that bad, this map. It looked a bit rough at the start. You can only do 4.7, so you're a bit weak. I do want to go and explore the rest of the building and uncover all this darkness. We know there's one on the tile there because we can hear it. And we know there's one just round the corner. Helmeted zombie. Yeah, we'll take you out. I think I'm just going to use the weaker of the fire axes. Just get rid of that. And there is a survivor in here as well. So again, they definitely did something with the survivors in the 1.1 update. I never saw as much survivors as I do now. Decayed zombie, so we'll have to attack it with a diagonal. I'm happy to just go back up to the door ready for the next turn and then we'll go and explore. And yes, use the weakest fire axe. And that square's perfect to take you out with a diagonal. So this square, he can get to me where I am. So what I'm going to do is come up and search this, and then he can come up to this square here, and then all the loot's on one pile. We'll take an extra fire axe. I think I may have lost 1 or 2 AP on that turn, because we are... Actually, no, our morale's not full, so we wouldn't have lost much. Can take you out, and then I think that's it. The zone's clear. We just need to loot. Lighter, fire starter, rags. I'm not going to go out my way. Because we know we've done all the flags roughly, we don't need to keep collecting every piece of cloth now. Unfortunately for you, because of the run conditions, I've got to be took out. Okay, let's go and see what they've left us. So more food, more wine, more drugs. Another fire axe. Let's just check that armor against ours. 91 low. That one's about to break, so that one can go. 2 cigarettes, that's a good find. Unfortunately, a book that we've already learned. And only low gear. So we've got 2 in here to search. We don't need to cover anything up because we'll be off the tile pretty soon. And having that skillful search at only 0.5 AP as early as we could really helped to save this run, save loads of AP and also save time. I'm going to get 12. That will give me 19.6 on the next turn, so I'm happy to just wait. And we'll just start on that corner, work our way around, and then we can go back up to the fire truck for the window. And at this point, we've got probably about 30 compression bandages, so if we do pick up a sprain, it's not a big Big deal. Again, take the armor, check it against our armor. 69 low. We do have some spare hammers in the car if we desperately need to. And let's put some gloves on. And again, just in case you don't know, we put the gloves on because otherwise you get a guaranteed 100% disease chance from searching these without gloves. And some nice drugs into that one. And we're done. Nice quick zone. Quite a bit of zombies on here. Not as much as we've had. We've had up to like 15 zombies on a tile previously. Even in the last couple of episodes. So yeah, nice quiet tile. But we are moving away from the dangerous place. So cheapest I can get to the fire truck is 5.5. Let's get some AP back. We are waiting for our hydration to drop so we can use an energy drink so we don't have to sleep tonight. And we're waiting one more turn before we can have the army stew, which will also give us some hydration. We've only got 18 turns, but that will become stale so it's still usable. And I'm just going to take the coffee. That will really perk up our morale. So let's dump anything away, what we've picked up, what we don't need to be carrying. So let's drop a flag at this location. And then we can move off. Where do we want to go? House or clothing store? Let's take the house. Okay, machete there I'm not going to go out my way for. There's a zombie down the bottom here. One zombie there, he's going to be in the house because you can see the wall. And then two outside the house at the top. I'm happy to move up there to get visibility down here. We do have crops, so it might be worth picking them up because we are vegetarian. That'll be a good use of the AP this turn. And bins will be right next to the truck on this occasion. We'll just dump everything in there. Is there anything in here I need to eat before it goes rotten? No, it's all good for a while. And he can only move one turn. We already looked at him, so we were safe doing all the gardening. Lettuce is one of the best crops because you can make salads without having a fire. So in the early game, if you haven't got pots and pans, you can do your salads to make more satiety out of the items you find. I think that's 5's too low for this. It's not worth taking a chance. If you can't guarantee to take him out, then it's not worth it. So we've got one there and one there in the building. And I'm not hearing anybody else on the map. And I don't need to go out the way to pick these. We've been picking up a lot from the gun store, so we're pretty good. Do I want to go into the house? No, I want to go around the corner and get some visibility. So there is a starving elder in there and there's a zombie right next to him, so that's not going to be good for you. But unfortunately, we had to kill him anyway in this run. Just want to go around the building first. And we've got a level up. It's been a while since we've got one. So we could do intuition. Then we'd only have to learn one of those books we've got on us. We could do a leg strike. Or survival cooking. Well, we're very rarely cooking. So I'm just going to take the leg strike. Because I know I've already got the books to max out intuition. Is it a skill we're going to be using? No. I will pick up the dead squirrel. It's got 3 days and 3 hours before it's rotten. So a good amount of time. And let's uncover this. Can you get to me? You can't. Can I get to you? Quite easily. And you're going to be a weak dagger. We'll go on there because it's a free cigarette. Free way to get morale back. Let's have a look at our food because I think we can eat the army base stew now. And we'll wait for the hydration to drop about 8 before we take an energy drink. And we'll go in the building on the next turn to explore. And then that's the survivor dead because you just saw his loot pile up here. And we might as well use the door like a civilized person. Fire extinguishers, very early in your run. Pick them up, they're very good. Use weapons until you've got one turn before the break, and then break them down into steel. And then you can use that to craft axes. Very good early game tip. Axes are very good. If you find repair kits, just keep repairing the one axe over and over again. Antidepressants, yeah, all good there. And booze. Free glue. I'm only taking it because I'm on the cell it's on. And we'll come up to the door. It's got a bit of health. And then we'll wait for some AP before we move on. So we are into night again. Okay, that one come up on me quick. I didn't realise it was coming that quick. But again, the days are really silly at the moment. 7 o'clock in the morning, it becomes bright, and by 5 PM at the afternoon, it's already dark. You have basically 10 hours out of a 24-hour day while you've got daylight. So until you get your night vision, or you have a lot of torches, you can't really do that much combat at night. Okay, 5.4, can we take you out with a dagger? No. So it's going to be a machete. Just go in here because I want to close that door. Do I want to cover up? Probably. Free food, free seeds. This late in the run, we're not going to be doing any farming. It's all rotten, so it's no use to me. And I think there's still a zombie in there. Yeah, he's there. So after this one, we'll wait a turn. Get some AP back. And because we know the zombie's there, and we know there's a broken door there, have we got planks? We have. So I'm going to stand on there, and then I can repair the door at the same time. Just want to have a look, make sure there's nobody else on the map. No, it's nice and quiet. 4.6 is going to be machete. And it has got to the point where I am making this game look easy. It's not. When you start out, it can be extremely tough. Don't need to stop for that. And I will repair the window. Cover it up. Was there anything on that square I needed? School bag, wrench, novel, rake. Not really. And because our truck's over here, and that's the way out we're going to be leaving, that's where I want to go. But is there anything that's going to give me a bonus for reading? Reading desks at the bottom. So I will be stopping in this room tonight, apparently. So let's go up to... Let's just close the doors behind us to put barriers between us and the zombies. And I'm going to wait for AP before I move again. There's two that's zoned in over there. Now we're just getting notification of, because you see the round circles. And we do need to do a lot of repairing of this room, unfortunately. We do need to make sure we close it. Have we still got more planks on us? We've got one more, which is perfect because I've got one more window. Cover it up and let's go to the reading desk. So in the morning we can just leave for the door, and our truck's right there. Drop a flag down. But again, I think that's a great place to call this episode. We're getting very, very close to the ending now. We're about to come on to day 88. We've got 12 days left in this run. So we're going to be checking the clothes store and the pharmacy, go back to the gas station, refill up. Then we're going to come up here, do the 3 houses at the fortified house. I'll probably just run over there first. Drop the flag down. Again, you don't need to do it for the flag ending in fortified houses because the flag ending was in the game before NPC combat would come in. But I'm still going to do it for this run, because we're doing a total domination run. And then we'll come back, do these 4, come back to the gas station, and then the police station will be the final zone. But thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And I'll be seeing you all again in the next episode.